Hey everybody, Troy here. Thanks for tuning in to the video. Well, I was just, going and looking for stories about guns and ammo and different things on the internet, and I came across this story from the WashingtonTimes.com. It was done on Wednesday, November 13th of this year, and it says, "Gun permits surge in Newtown after Sandy Hook massacre." And it goes on to say gun permit applications in Newtown, Connecticut skyrocketed in the 5 months after the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in December, reflecting the anxiety among residents as the legislature was debating tougher gun control legislation, the Hartford Courant first reported. Between January and May of this year, Newtown residents applied for 183 permits, up from 87 permits during the same time period last year. So that's twice as many than the same time last year. Connecticut towns award temporary permits, whereas the state issues full permits, said in the newspaper. Statewide police issued 18,233 new permits in March to September in 2013, which reflects a 78% increase from the same period the year prior. Local gun officials said they believe that Sandy Hook shooting, where 20 first graders and 6 women were killed, as well as new gun control legislation, is likely to be prompted the rush of the new gun permits. Many people expressed their concerns even before the shooting that gun laws are going to change and there would be tighter restrictions on getting a gun permit. The Newtown Police Department was so bogged down with paperwork that it had to hire a part-time clerk to help process the applications. Tougher laws were passed in April but did not go in effect until months later. Legislation passed in April that banned the sale of more than 100 types of military-style rifles, limited large-capacity magazines to 10 bullets, and it imposed stricter penalties, the report says. Well, you would think there would be almost the opposite with people who are, that live close to this tragedy, but also people know that there's people out there like the person that did the shooting, and others out there that are willing to take your life just for any reason, whether it be they're mentally ill or they are, they're after something that you have, whether it's your possessions or anything like that. And with the rise of home invasions, I think people, besides happening there, and people wanting to have these guns because they should be allowed to buy the guns if they pass a background check and are are a United States citizen and go through everything, but people want to protect themselves, and that's the key factor. Is people want to be able to protect themselves with whatever means necessary that they think that they need to have. And if they think they need to have an AR-15 or an AK, then they should be able to get one. And for a city or a state or even the whole country that thinks otherwise, then it's absolutely ridiculous. Of course, this legislation that they knew was going to pass or was going through at the time, of course, that drove people to go get the firearms that they thought they wouldn't be able to get. That most certainly did, send people out and buy those weapons. But also, like I said, people, want to be able to protect themselves, and in these times, sometimes just one handgun is not going to do it. You need to match firepower with firepower, and most of the time, the criminals have better firepower. So you've even heard the police say it. They need to match firepower with firepower. So don't the law-abiding citizens of the United States. And then also statewide there in Connecticut, to see 78% increase from the same period of last year of permits in Connecticut. So that's another thing. It's because people want to be safe and feel safe, and you cannot rely on the police to always get there in time. You have to rely on on yourself to protect yourself and your family and your possessions. So I just wanted to get that story out there that I found, and like I said, it was on let's see, WashingtonTimes.com. There on November 13th of this year. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.